Hey everyone, I'm Elisa Covington, a real estate investor and coach in the San Francisco Bay Area. Our Eichler style house flip is finally completed after almost a year. So I'm really excited to show you the before and after transformation, and make sure you wait until the very end because we got multiple offers on this house and I'm going to share all the numbers with you towards the end. In the front yard, there was concrete that was raised and cracked because of the tree roots. So we removed all of those and put in these really big concrete blocks to form the pathway to the front entrance and makes it look really grand. We used some rocks and also some fresh sod on this side and new plants and mulch to make it very welcoming and also colorful. On the home exterior, we put in new windows and a fresh coat of paint to get rid of that dark and dab brown color. And we also installed this new glass wall that makes a big difference because it looks very chic on the outside, and on the inside, we created this little courtyard area that adds privacy and also a nice seating area, and it also ties into the mid-century modern theme. Now let me show you the inside. Unlike the before, now when you open the front door, you have that open and inviting feel. That's because we removed a wall that was here and also another wall that was along here. And there was a chunky fireplace right where I stand, and we took it out so that we could also put in this new skylight that brings in even more natural light. Now you feel very open and very bright in this interior. The old kitchen was a galley kitchen. It was very dark and closed in. We took out the wall and replaced it with this huge island. And now we have a really good sightline to the rest of the living space and also a nice center of entertainment. We put in all new cabinets in the kitchen, and these cabinets are flat panels, so they are a little different than the cabinets I usually use. And they also have a wood frame, so it gives a nod to the mid-century modern style, and it's actually pretty similar to the original cabinets in the house. And in terms of appliances, because this is a higher-end home, we actually chose higher-end appliances which are Bosch, and they look really sleek. In this living room, we have a lot of wall paneling that I usually remove, but I decided to keep it here because it really is original mahogany and it's traditional to Eichler style. And then we have this glass wall that was very dirty and old before. After a thorough cleaning, we were able to restore it and have a stunning view of the backyard. Even with all these big windows, the interior still looked very dark before because there was no ceiling lights. And it was very difficult to put in ceiling lights because of the flat roof. So we ended up sheetrocking the wood ceiling and put in these recessed lights, and they solved the lighting issue in here. It could be controversial, but we really had to put in new lights so that the space can be bright. And we did try our best to restore these globe lights that are in the kitchen, and they look really good and they still stay true to the Eichler style. In this entryway area, there were 3 different types of linoleum floors in the kitchen, in the entryway, and the hallway over there. And then there was cork flooring in the living room. So we got rid of it all and put in all new hardwood floors that are very light in color and looks nice with all the wood elements in the home. This first bedroom is probably also the smallest. It was full of junk and used as a storage room before. We cleared it all out and we restored these closet doors with grass paper and the mahogany wood paneling on the walls, and we really tried not to add any ceiling lights before, but then it looks so dark and dingy in here, and we ended up having to put in sheetrock and add recessed lights too, but it made a huge difference. Now the room feels so much brighter. This second bedroom is a little bit bigger. We replaced the windows here and put in all new flooring to replace the really old and gross carpet. After putting in recessed lights, we also refinished this huge closet that also has wood paneling all over. This hallway used to lead to an exit door going to the side yard. We decided that it's a waste of space, so we closed it off and expanded the bathroom all the way here, and it cost about $5,000, but the value add is way more than that. So that's the type of decisions we teach at Transform Flipper Academy, so make sure you check us out. This guest bathroom looks so different now because we added a lot to it by using the hallway that was leading to an exit door to the side yard. So now we can fit in this huge vanity in here and also refreshed the shower and the floor tiles. This bedroom was like a teenage boy's room with a weird box on this wall and a dartboard on the other side, and everything was covered in so much dust, but now it's all cleared up and we put in nice staging to stage it as a little girl's room. Now we're inside the primary bedroom. This bathroom had a dramatic change because the vanity was opened to the rest of the room before, like a hotel style, and we relocated the wall to here so that this whole bathroom is enclosed, and that allowed us to fit in this much bigger vanity. Toward the end, the shower was actually in the middle here, only taking half of this width. And then the toilet was in the end, so it was impossible to expand the shower. So we had to switch these two. So now we have a really good sized shower and this bathroom feels so much more spacious. The primary bedroom was so dark before with the windows covered up and also no ceiling lights. We sheetrocked the ceiling like the other rooms and put in a ton of recessed lights, and we also refinished the wood paneling. But the biggest change probably was on the floors because it had brown carpet that was so gross and stinky, and now it's all hardwood floors. The room feels much more refreshed. In the backyard, there was a patio before, but it was way smaller and also the concrete was very old and cracky. So we replaced it with this oversized patio, so there's a ton of space to entertain. On the other side, there was a lot of overgrown weeds and also a partial fence over there that was falling apart. We took it out and this whole backyard is enormous. We put in some trees on the other side and some mulch, and then we have rocks to frame this big tree and also some sod for kids and pets to play in, and then towards the very end we have planter boxes to make it easy to grow your own vegetables. This dramatic transformation was all paid off. We ended up getting 14 offers on this home and sold it well over asking price. So let's get to the numbers. I purchased the house at around $3 million and we put in about $300,000 into the renovation and ended up selling the house for over $4 million, though the profit was around $500,000. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. This was my first time renovating an Eichler style home, and it was challenging to say the least. We originally tried to keep the scope of work at a minimum to stay true to the architecture and also to save on budget. That would be without any layout changes in the bathrooms and no recessed lights in the ceilings. I didn't like how it came out, with plenty of wasted space and super dark interior, so I decided to redo those halfway through the project, and it cost more money and a lot more time. But it was a great lesson learned, and I now know better what to do on future Eichler projects. The big bonus is the house clearly won many buyers' hearts and sold well over my estimated after repair value, which is the best reward.